Hello. Have you ever come home after a long day at work feeling very hungry, but whatever is in your pot or fridge doesn't appeal to you? Well, I've got the alternative. I'll be bringing you and teaching you how to cook cuisines from various countries of Africa, ranging from jollof rice, pepper soup, fufu, pounded yam, banga soup. The list is endless. I will not only be showing you how to cook this meal, but we'll be teaching you how to think and feel healthy. Now, in Africa, majority of meals are being learned from, being passed down from one generation to the other. And I'll be bringing you guests that will be cooking their native cuisines as well. Welcome to Africa on my plate. On Africa on my plate today, I'll be cooking pepper soup. Pepper soup is made usually by the delta part of Nigeria, and we're going to be using fish, and I've got egusi. Egusi is actually called melon. The English word is melon. It's not the fruit that we know as melon, but we call it melon. I've got dry shrimp, and I've got ure. It's got some seeds in it. We're going to use about a few of those. I also have uveme and uhori. Finally, I've got dry pepper and the native salt. Mentioning salt, one of the major problems that Africans have when it comes to our food intake is on the area of salt and oil. So majority of what we're going to be doing, we're going to be taking out a lot of fat and not, using fat or oil wherever possible. And when we do have to use oil, we'll be looking at the best oil that is suitable or that is healthy for you to use. First, extract the spice seeds. You can use a nut cracker. It's quite easy. Just press the nut cracker down or just use a knife and you can actually get the seeds out. They're quite easy. It's just about 6 or 5 seeds inside it, and as you press the knife on, it comes out. So there's very tiny seeds that comes out into it. And now to extract this, slightly difficult but not impossible. So you just cut through on the side. We don't need a lot. Just get that out. What we need is what's right in here. So I'm gonna pierce through this. And it opens. So you just do that to all of them and scrape the little bits that is inside it. Scrape it out just with a knife and it comes out. That you can actually add directly into the blender, and do the same with all the rest. Just scrape that out. Okay, now we're going to add the pepper. These are some of the ones that was done earlier. So we add the pepper. Let's get the salt away. Egusi and the dry shrimps. Let's take that one back. And we're going to blend. Blend for about 1.5 minutes. All right. I'm gonna pour that into the pot. You can add more water, just depends on how much you want. And we cover. Season your fish with lemon, no salt.
You can, however, season with spices like all-purpose seasoning, but do bear in mind that it also contains salt.
I'm going to add the fish. I'm adding the fish a little bit early, just about after 10 minutes. Normally you leave the fish a little bit later. Reason is because I didn't put any salt in the fish, only lemon. I'm just trying to reduce the amount of salt that goes in. Remember, salt is not our friend. So the better you reduce the salt intake, the easier it makes everyone's life to be. Okay, so that goes in.
I therefore use a very small amount of rock salt. So let's try and focus our mind on enjoying the freshness of the fish pepper soup rather than the amount of salt that is not in it. Salt is known as sodium, which is associated with high blood pressure, a major factor for heart attack and stroke.
Just dish. This is also very good when you're not feeling too well, and you can drink pepper soup and well, kind of helps you to recover speedily. This is your pepper soup. For my next dish, we'll be cooking Ghanaian food. And what we'll be doing is spinach stew and yam, boiled yam. To assist me with this will be Linda.
Hello.
Hi, Linda.
Hello.
Okay, tell me a little bit about this dish.
This dish is from Ghana, particularly from the Ashanti part of Ghana.
Okay.
With this dish, what we use is yam, which we all know is a very good carbohydrate. We've got spinach, frozen spinach, which is a very good vegetable as well. Tomato, onion. As you can see, I've got a lot of onion just because onion ultimately is very rich in phosphate, calcium, vitamin B12, vitamin C, and iron. We've got the mackerel as well, and the sardine, which are very also rich in omega-3 and omega-6. We've got garlic, which is very good for cholesterol, to maintain our cholesterol level. Then we've got ginger.
I'm told that ginger is also very good for your high blood pressure.
Absolutely.
Lovely. Okay, and then finally you've got some eggs as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so please take us through how we're going to cook this.
Fry large onions in a teaspoonful of sunflower oil and blend your vegetables. Peel and slice your yam, ready to boil.
Yam is a sweet vegetable, isn't it?
Yes.
Which is quite good for you.
Yeah.
One
it
of
is.
your, well, you can call it one of your 5 a day if you call it among the vegetables you're supposed to have. So if you have that, that's a good carbs,
Yes.
as carbohydrates.
Exactly. Coupled with spinach.
Yeah.
Makes it,
Oh
balanced.
yeah, the spinach
balanced.
makes it
Yeah.
even better. Right.
Onion has gone brown. Then we add the blended ingredients, the tomato, pepper, onion, garlic, and ginger. Then we stir it. A lot of people add salt, But I personally don't add salt when I'm
Yeah.
cooking the yam.
I think
But
that's a good
99% of Ghanaians cannot do without salt.
But this day and age that we know that you have to be extremely careful
Absolutely.
with the amount of
The intake of salt.
intake of salt.
Yeah.
The less, the better.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do we do now?
Fill the yam with the eggs together. Mackerel and the sardine. And I'm going to stir it evenly.
Sardine is meant to be very good for you.
Absolutely. It's rich in omega-3 and 6.
Of course.
So is the mackerel. I'm going to pour it now. Just to make sure everything is mixed. Basically, I haven't added any salt at all. So what I'm going to do is to add a tiny bit of the seasoning, all-purpose seasoning, rather than adding salt.
Okay. I'm not a fan of salt at the moment.
Yeah.
So at least you didn't put salt, so just to give it a bit of flavor, taste
That's right.
as well.
That's right.
Okay.
So, and then that's it. You leave it for 5 minutes and then it's done.